everyone, it's Raven. Welcome back to the Nest. So what I'll be doing for you all today, I will be setting up my weekly budget for the upcoming week, which is actually this week. Yeah, this is going to be for the 2nd all the way through, when is the end of this week? Like the 9th? I think it's the 9th. So this is going to be our first weekly budget setup for January 2022. So if you are interested in seeing that, as well as me setting up my cash envelopes for the week, stay tuned. All right, so first we are going to start with our priorities, to-dos, and our weekly goal, because I used to do monthly goals, but I think kind of downsizing, I don't say downsizing, but stepping out different things throughout the month. I think I will be much more successful in doing that. So that's why I'm going to do weekly goals instead of just kind of meshing them all together at the beginning of the month. It's going to make sense for me. So priorities for this week is to prepare self for a good start to the year. All right, and then my to-do for the week, I need to compile all biz docs for filing taxes. That needs to happen this week. Weekly goal, we are going to say my weekly goal is to, I want to be successful with this budget because this is my first week starting this weekly budget. So I want to say, how do I want to phrase that? I'm going to put, let's see, weekly goal. Like I said, I want to be successful with this budget. I want to say successfully start new weekly budgeting. And I know my handwriting is atrocious, but I'm speaking it as I read it, as I write it. So so that's what's important. All right, so let's go ahead and get to the expenses. Let's go ahead and see what is due this first week. So, so it's the 2nd through the 8th. I'm sorry, I think I said the 2nd through the 9th, but the 2nd through the 8th. So what we actually have due this week, one of these I've already paid, so I'm not going to add that in because that came out of something else. So what we have, we're going to say 1/6 is going to be my gym membership. That's going to be at $44.99. Then we have 1/7 regional 1, and that is going to be $25. And we have 2 other things on 1/7. We have Trupanion and Xfinity. Trupanion, Xfinity. Trupanion is 45, I think 68. Yeah, 45, 68. Xfinity, I think is 68 something. Yeah, 68.85. 68.85. And I think that's all we have due this week. Yeah, that's it for this week. And upcoming next week, because I do like to go ahead and put in what we have coming due next week, I have Kanan's vet appointment next week, which again, I think I mentioned that in another video. I don't really know the amount of that yet. I think it's going to be right under $200 because that's what it usually is. And then I also have my business Amex card, but I'm not going to track that on this weekly page. I have Allstate Auto, and then I need to pay T-Mobile as well. That is what's coming up next week. So total for expenses this week, $44.99 plus $25 plus $45.68 plus $68.85. So that means what I have coming out this week should be $184.50. $2,252 in expenses for this week. I don't really have anything I need to add in notes, but as the week progresses, I may have to add some things here under notes. And then I have my upcoming expenses here for this week, which should only be these 3 things. So I should not have to stray outside of this and this. That is kind of the goal that I want to achieve with weekly budgeting. I want to be intentional about where my money is going and where it's supposed to go. That way I don't stray from what is due this week. I think when I was doing kind of just monthly budgeting and per paycheck budgeting, I think I mentioned before, I didn't feel like I was touching my budget enough, and I felt like I wasn't really watching and seeing and being intentional with where my money is going. With this weekly budget, I'm doing just that. I'm being very intentional about where my money is going this week, and I'm looking at it and touching it more frequently, which I feel is going to help me in the long run, to help me, like I said, not stray outside of what is here. So that's going to be the first page. So second page of the weekly budget, this is just like a spending tracker for things that I did spend and purchase throughout the month, or any purchases that I did make, so that if I happen to falter and stray outside of what I have already budgeted for here and what is already budgeted for my cash envelopes, anything that I do outside of those 2 things, I can kind of track it here. That way I can maybe be more cognizant of it, to say, okay, Raven, you did a whole lot of spending at Target, or a whole lot of Starbucks, and we need to kind of curb that a little bit. So that's just going to be, like I said, here. So moving over to this cash envelope section, and we can actually go ahead and get everything together for my cash envelopes. So I'll be right back. All right, so I have my cash for my cash envelopes, and I should have a total of $225. And I have it in various different denominations. I went ahead and did this particular part already. Really this entire sheet. I filled out this entire half of the sheet because I need to know exactly how much cash I need to ask for at the teller, and I need to know how I need to ask for it, like how many ones I need, how many 5s, 10s, 20s, so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and count this up, and this should be $225. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 110, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 225. Kanan, you are being so rude. Okay, $225. So let's go ahead and split up my 20s. Then we have our 10s. Kanan is really over here cutting up, y'all. 5s. And then our 1s. So why does that feel like that's so far away? 5s and then 1s. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Well, we're gonna do it like that. All right, so let's pull out our old trusty cash envelope binder situation here, and these are of course same ones that you all have seen me use last year. There's just a new addition to it for this year, and I'm going to show you the new addition. On the back side here, so regardless of which way I open this, I will be able to clearly know which envelope is which envelope. Now, some of you may be thinking like, Raven, that is just foolish, you're just doing too much. But no, I'm gonna tell you the method to my madness here. Suffering from anxiety, particularly social anxiety, when being out places, you tend to do a lot of fumbling with things. And you fumble with things because you're so anxious that you fumble. So if I pull this out and I open it up and for whatever reason it may be flipped to the back side, because I'm so nervous and so anxious out in the world, I sometimes like, God, what does the back of this envelope say? I don't know. What is this? So I put these stickers here on the back to assist me. It is an adaptive technology. It's some assistance right here. That's what this is. So I added these stickers here on the back so that I could clearly see what the envelope is, regardless of however I open this. So that's why you see those stickers there on the back side. So let's go ahead and start with our gas. So gas is actually going to get $45, and gas will be getting 4 10s and 1 5. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 45. So we're going to make sure 10, 20, 30, 45. So this is getting $45. All right, eating out is going to get $30. It will be getting 2 5s, 1, 2, and then 2 10s. All right, 10, 20, 25, 30. So there's our $30 for eating out. All right. Groceries will be getting $60, and it will be getting 2 10s, 1, 2, and then 2 20s, 1, 2. So that's going to be 20, 40, 50, 60. All right. So that is $60 there. Personal will be getting $15, and it'll be getting 5 1s and 2 5s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 5s. 1, 2. So it's going to be 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that's going to be our $15 for personal. Go on now, get in there. Okay, $15 for personal. Housing is going to get 15 as well, and it's same setup, 5 1s and 2 5s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to get 2 5s. All right, so it's going to be 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So $15 for our household. Stuff that right in there. All right, and then shopping. I am using this for my allowance cash envelope. So allowance will be getting $60, and I will be getting 2 20s, 1, 2, and then the 2 10s. So we have 20, 40, 50, 60. So this is my $60 for my allowance. All right, $60. And then we have one last envelope, because I think I may have mentioned this when I was talking about my savings goals and things like that for 2022. I mentioned there were going to be 2 savings challenges that I was potentially going to do for 2022, in addition to all the other savings challenges that I will be doing. I will be doing a $1 bill savings challenge, as well as a cash envelope savings challenge. Now, what that will be, the $1 bill, that is going to be any $1 bills that I have left over from my cash envelopes. I will be putting those aside into like a $1 bill fund type thing. I do not have a container for that yet, but I will procure one at some point. And then yes, I will be doing the cash envelope saving challenge. And what the cash envelope savings challenge is, any funds that I have left over from my cash envelopes minus $1 bills, I will be saving towards my cash envelope savings challenge. So that is what I'll be using this lovely little envelope here for the cash envelope savings challenge. And like I said, for the $1 bill savings challenge, I will find probably like a jar or something for that. I know I have some jars around here, so I'll probably decorate a jar up kind of pretty and use it for the $1 bills. So that is what this last envelope is for. So there are my sinking funds. They are all together and ready to go for the week. I think some of you may remember I was using these budgeting sheets for my cash envelopes, but I will not be doing that simply because it was quite cumbersome to keep up with this little sheet here. So I just decided what I will do is I'm going to go ahead and take these out because I'm not going to use them. And I will stuff any receipts that I get for my purchases with my cash envelopes. I will just simply keep them tucked in here for the week just so that I can go in, scan them into Fetch, scan them into Ibotta, do all of that, transfer it onto here, and then get rid of the receipts. So that is going to be my plan for tracking my spending. I will just keep all of my receipts tucked off in here. All right, guys, this is it. This is the weekly budget, the first weekly budget of 2022. I'm so excited to see how well I do with this, how well I do with keeping up with my spending and all of that lovely stuff. Tell me how budgeting has started off for you for 2022. Have you started budgeting yet? You know, do you plan to do it within the next, week or so? Or are you just still getting yourself together on what exactly you want to do? If you enjoyed this video, definitely go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you're not already a subscriber, definitely go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you do not miss any more of my videos. Thanks, guys. Peace.